And welcome to District 3 Championship Game 6A. Kickoff to Harrisburg. Harrisburg with the ball. First down and 10. Very quickly, Jayon Lewis trying to scamper across the 25-yard line. It'll be second down now, and call it 10. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gary Sutton, Fort Chapman with it. It's the Bulldogs of Wilson this afternoon against Harrisburg High, the Cougars. The Cougars have won the last 3 district championships. They have won 11 in a row coming to this in terms of district games. On the other side, 9 in a row in terms of games won by the Bulldogs of Wilson, who've had an outstanding season so far. They're 11-1. Out of the Section 1 of the Lancaster 11 League, of course, Mid-Penn Commonwealth, that's Harrisburg. And they have been the king of the mountain when it comes to District 3 championship football, but nothing gained here. Maybe a yard. We'll bring up third down and 9. Fort Chapman with his staff team. Championship coach from Bishop McDevitt. Fort.
Longtime Wilson head football coach Doug Doms has been a defensive coach throughout his career and coached under some great ones at Wilson, Jerry Slummer and Jim Contafio. Now he's the head man for a long time, and he's tough. Knows his stuff. His defense is going to have to come up big against this athletic Harrisburg team.
You talk about this Wilson team over the years. What a history. 44-24 in District 3 play. 7-4 in championship games, although the last time they faced Harrisburg was in 2021 when Harrisburg beat them 14-10. Harrisburg beat them in the quarters in 2022, 32-21. For Harrisburg, got a pretty stellar record themselves. They've won, as we said, the last 3 District 3 championships. They're 30-16 overall record and 6-3 in championship games, and they've won the last 3. They have outscored their opponents during the district playoffs so far, 77-24. On the other side, Wilson has outscored their teams 56-23. So both these teams come roaring in here under a full head of steam.
Yes, late in the regular season, Wilson made a statement at home by beating Manheim Township, who was the #1 seed in this district playoffs, and deservedly so. Wilson has marched his way into this district final. Coach Doms has a lot of success under his belt. His team in 2008 had a phenomenal defense, one of the best defenses I've ever seen at the high school level. Ended up losing the state championship in a heartbreaker in overtime. And 7, as you mentioned, 7 total district championships for the Wilson Bulldogs since the start of the district playoffs 43 seasons ago in 1982.
John Levy taken off the field here. I hope that he's able to come back. So it'll be third down now. 9 yards to go. Ball at the 28-yard line. Jayon Lewis at quarterback. Messiah Mickens in the backfield. Had over 1,000 yards this year. He is one of our players to watch here this afternoon. Transfer from Trinity High School from last year. Back goes Lewis. Lewis looking. Lewis over the middle. This guy, Elias Koch. First down and more. All the way out to the 45-yard line. And when you talk about this Harrisburg team, Elias Koch is #1 on the hit list.
And you saw right there, I'm sure Coach Doms emphasized to his defense all week, you got to get off the field on third, especially 3rd and 9, which that play was, and they were unable to do it. Harrisburg lined up Koch all by himself away from the other 3 receivers. And if you're a defensive team, you got to really pay a lot of attention to Koch. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to get you.
Koch, one of those guys, every time he catches the ball, over 17 yards per catch. So, and he's a big guy. He goes about 6'5", so he's a great target to look at. And Lewis showed you some great ability throwing it across the middle that time. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball out at the 45-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This district championship game, 1 man in motion. Lewis keeps it. Lewis gets forward for about 4. They'll get about to the 49-yard line. Will be second down and 6, maybe even 5.
What Harrisburg has been able to do offensively throughout the season as their quarterback has really matured physically throughout the year, they are able to extend drives by converting big plays on 3rd down, which they did just 2 plays ago.
Lewis gets about 5.7 yards per carry. Here's Newell. Nehemiah Newell, rather. He's averaging 4.8 yards a carry. 416 yards for the season. We'll get a couple more. It'll make it 3rd down and 3 with 9:15 to go in the first quarter.
So far, Wilson defense against the run has stood up to the challenge of this Harrisburg team. It's once again now here, this is most likely 4-down territory for the Cougars should they get anything on 3rd down as they're across midfield.
Koch near side.
4-man front, 4 linebackers.
Matched up against Carpenter. Carpenter a little bit less stature there Keep an eye out for Coke.
Looks like they're man-to-man on defense.
They're going to throw it out in the flat and get tripped up out there. Nice play on the part of Wilson that time.
Making that play defensively was the corner, number 23. He avoided the block and came up and really forced that inside. Really nice play by Akings. Corell Akings, the junior DB.
It'll be a gain of 1 on the play. We're going to 4th down and a long 2 at the 47-yard line. And Harrisburg, as you said, is going for it.
Line up in an empty set here. I wouldn't be surprised if they motion somebody back into the backfield for a potential jet sweep. Here's bringing somebody, they're shifting him back in.
Bring back to Messiah Mickens. There goes Lewis. He's going to try to get out of there himself. Looking. Mickens throws. He's got man downfield and overthrew him. He was looking for Kamir Williams. So Wilson holds on the first series and will take over on down.
They gave the quarterback the opportunity to potentially run the ball, which was not there. Then he was going to throw it. He tried to go deep, and the receiver that was deep for the Cougars, that was Kamir Williams. He sort of cut off his route in midstream, and they just threw it up for grabs, and it was overthrown. Good job by the Wilson defense to get off the field.
A lot of weapons to be used here for this Wilson team, but Maddox Gruber is the guy who makes it all go, number 14. He's got 24 touchdowns on the season, has rushed for another 8. He is number 14. Keep an eye on their quarterback today. They got a lot of weapons to go with him. We'll talk about that as we go on. 1st down and 10, ball at the 47-yard line for the Bulldogs. There's Gruber right away, throwing downfield, looking deep, and overthrows his man. As he was looking down there for Michael Glover, who is the number 1 receiver for this team, has 648 total yards and receptions this year.
Gruber tried to go for the long one on 1st down on a little play-action jet sweep fake. Not a bad idea. Just remember, you throw that ball up for grabs if you're Wilson. Harrisburg plays a lot of zone defense. Defensive coordinator Jesse Haar likes to play that zone. That gives those defensive backs zone eyes, meaning they can read the quarterback and they can break on the football. And they're very, very good at breaking on the ball and either deflecting balls like that or picking it off.
2nd down now, 10 yards to go. Gruber in the shotgun, man in motion. Gruber looking, out to the flat he comes, goes right through the hands of his intended receiver, Jay Carpenter.
You've yet to see a running play, obviously, there for Wilson. Now they're in a 3rd and long situation, and you don't expect a run on this play.
One of the problems here at the field at Exeter today is a crosswind. It's going across the field, and it's very blustery, and so it's going to be a little bit hard to throw. But both these quarterbacks showing some pretty good arm here early.
This time of year, obviously in this state, you get into the district, late in the districts, into the state playoffs. Weather can always be a factor. Fortunately, we have turf fields. Games are played on all the time now at this level.
7:43 to go here in the 1st quarter. Our clock is just a little bit off. We'll get that up. Here's Gruber looking to run. He can do it, too. Gruber's going to get jammed. Maybe a gain of a yard on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down, and you think it's probably a punting time here for the Bulldogs.
Really good job by the Harrisburg Cougar defense, giving up almost nothing on 3 plays and forcing a punt at midfield. If you're Wilson, though, they called that quarterback draw. Not one to make any mistakes.
Right.
Punt the ball, play good field position. Look who we have deep here. We have Coke deep to return this punt.
And here's Christo Hunsaker to do the punting duties. He also does the kickoff duties. So Coke back there.
Just letting the defense on here.
Oh, and it's thrown over his head. Hunsaker's going to try to catch it. Throwing ahead. Has the man complete. Way behind the stakes, though, and on downs, Harrisburg is going to take over as first mistake of the game on a botched snap.
Knocked out of bounds by Harrisburg.
So Harrisburg with the first big chance of the game here at 6:56 of the 1st quarter.
The refs just missed that. Number 31 there that caught that pass. Got his helmet came off. That's Harding, and he's going out there for defense. You have to sit out a play if your helmet comes off now. He was actually, his helmet came off as he was being tackled, but he was actually out of bounds as the helmet came off, so maybe that's the issue.
Here's Harrisburg back out there. Messiah Mickens, a guy that we said we're going to be watching a lot today. He wears number 2, big running back.
The big lineman in the backfield here that's going to potentially block. He cannot go out for a pass because he's wearing a lineman number.
2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Lewis keeps it. Lewis going to get jammed and pushed down by a very stout Wilson Bulldog defense.
exactly what you expect from a Doug Doms defense. Wilson's been notorious for that, as I mentioned earlier, for decades under Coach Doms. And here, interestingly, the bad punt snap, these are things that Wilson football doesn't, the mistakes they usually don't make. And you start making mistakes like that, you're going to give Harrisburg some really good opportunities.
Brady Klein, the linebacker, in on that stop. It'll be second down now, 10 yards to go for Harrisburg. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Two receivers far side, one near side. Fake the handoff from Lewis, out to the flat it goes. He's got his man out there. That's Quincy Brandon. And Brandon can fly, and Brandon gets the first down inside the 30-yard line. 6:14 to go here in the first quarter, and Harrisburg on the march, courtesy of a botched snap there on the side for Wilson.
The Cougars' offense is very good at getting their athletes the ball in space on very simple passes like you saw right there. Quick wide receiver screen to the slot, and Brandon run after the catch to move the chains.
John Lewis has his team down at the 30-yard line right now. It's 1st and 10. They're going to put Koch in motion for the moment. He'll set up on the other side. You always have to watch where he is. Big receiver, big target. Here goes Koch in motion now to the near side. Handoff, right up the middle it goes for Mickens, and Mickens bulls his way ahead for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Down to the 26-yard line. It'll be second down and 6, make it 7 rather. 5:32 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching high school sports live here this afternoon, ABC 27.4, and also on PCN around the state later on this week, if you watch that. Harrisburg and Wilson in the District 3 6A Boys Football Championship game. Harrisburg has won the last 3 in a row. Wilson's trying to knock them off the top of the mountain. Second down, 7 on the 27-yard line. Man in motion this time is Brandon. Brandon slashes 2 over the near side and gets down to get another first down for Harrisburg. Inside the 20, down inside the 15 now, or right on the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 again for Harrisburg.
Harrisburg's best players, their lineman, Kevin Brown, number 74. He's been out the majority of the season with a broken bone in his foot and his leg, and he's back, and been back for a couple weeks now, and they are utilizing him not always at offensive tackle, his normal position offensively. They're utilizing him as a slot, as a tight end he lined up a couple plays ago in the backfield.
The little inside jet sweep was a nice play, too, for them, getting Brandon involved. This time they fake it to Brandon, and Lewis has it. Lewis right up the middle, fights his way down to the 10-yard line.
I think that might be Mickens. They put a little wildcat look, I believe.
Klein on the tackle.
Let's take a look. And it was Mickens on the wildcat, my mistake. And so Mickens fights his way down to the 10-yard line, where it'll be second down now and 3 to go for Harrisburg. 4:09 to go in the first quarter.
Now lined up a tight end there to the right is Kevin Brown. He cannot go out for a forward pass in high school or college if you are 50 through 79. So he's number 74. He cannot catch a forward pass.
We're here in Reading this afternoon at Exeter High School. Second down, 3 yards to go. Harrisburg with the football, 3:49 to go here in the first quarter. And Harrisburg knocking on the door right now. Here's Lewis again. Lewis fakes it. Lewis is going to fight his way down to about the 7, maybe the 6-yard line. Should have enough for the first down, or does he? Maybe a yard short.
You know, Gary, a lot of people might ask, why would you line up Kevin Brown at tight end if he can't catch a forward pass or in the backfield and he can't? Well, his blocking ability is exceptional. He's only a junior. He started since a freshman. His dad was a star Cougar player, graduated in '99 and played at West Virginia. And this Kevin Brown is a heck of a football player. So far, verbally committed, I believe, to Penn State.
There again, looks like it might be right there. It's Lewis, pitched off to Mickens. Mickens, strong. Mickens around the corner. Mickens at the 5. Mickens into the end zone for a touchdown. And Mickens scores at the 2:59 mark of the first quarter, and Harrisburg first on the board. Mickens with the carry on the pitch from Lewis. And a 6-yard run here, first touchdown of the afternoon. Harrisburg's up 6-0 here and looking for the extra point.
You saw the Harrisburg speed there from the running back position, utilizing it to get outside and break contain.
Snap down, kick up, kick is good for Harrisburg as trying to get the number there very quickly. Chipping in there for Harrisburg, number 39, and that is Gideon Osanya. And so we take a break. We'll come right back. Harrisburg leads it. This is High School Sports Live TV. The District 3 Championship game on ABC 27.4.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
Three Star is having its annual high school boys mentoring basketball league in Harrisburg this year. To find out more, go to 3staryouth.org. This year we're having open gyms at Bethesda Youth Center, and the league will start in January at the Salvation Army. Calling all kids from Harrisburg who want to play on the team, go to 3staryouth.org. Kickoff here by Harrisburg to Wilson. They're up 7-0 here, courtesy of Messiah Mickens' 6-yard run into the end zone. And Wilson will get the ball back here for the second time. 7 plays, 45 yards, 3:57 on the clock there to go, or to take that ball down, and all courtesy of that one bad snap by Wilson.
Now let's see if Wilson tries to establish the running game on first down here. Their previous possession, they threw it the first 2 downs, both incomplete passes, put them in behind the sticks.
Talk about Wilson, 9 straight wins here, 11-1 out of Section 1, and the Lancaster 11 League champions there. Averaging 35.75 points a game, giving up 12.9 on the season. Their average rush is 206 yards, and there's a shovel inside pass, getting out around the corner. Can he get there? Cut down, but a gain on the play.
Still a nice gain, though, on first down. And, Gary, that even though that's a forward pass, it's really pretty much like a run, the shovel pass. You're giving that ball to your running back inside the hashes, and nice pickup for the Bulldogs here. Same formation the other way. Trips to the right. They're spread out real wide there from the hash out to the numbers.
Run that time at Corell Akins, and now a bobble by the quarterback back there. Gruber is taken down after the bobble and behind the stakes again, so a loss of the play. We'll take it all the way back 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down. We'll make that back to about 3rd down and 8 now. Loss of 3.
Cannot do this against a Harrisburg Cougar defense. They're too quick. You start having fumble issues. The quarterback bobbled that snap a little bit. That little bit of that half a second makes all the difference in the world a lot of times for defenders to get off blocks and make a play, as you saw there.
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 39-yard line. Gruber back. Gruber looks. Gruber being boxed up and taken down. And in there on the stop for Harrisburg was number 2. Was that Messiah Mickens?
Along with Rashad Wright, D lineman, who's only a freshman.
If there's one thing that Harrisburg does well, is their line play is stellar every year, offensive and defensive line. When you're
yes, and that really helps with, they're predominantly a city school, obviously.
Right.
A lot of time that people say, well, that line is the one thing. There's a lot of city teams, not at Harrisburg. And their weight program is exceptional. These kids have bought in. Credit Calvin Everett and his staff for doing a fabulous job with this Harrisburg program.
Hunsecker this time gets a good snap. Nice kick by Hunsecker back there. He's got Koch. Koch on the run. Koch's got it. And Koch's going to get taken down right there. And a flag down on the field, the first one of the day. And let's see, did he call for a fair catch? That's the question, I think. And then run with it when he got it. Let's see what the official has here. By the way, your officials this afternoon. Tony Kalman, the umpires Jason Malone, Travis Byers, Jay Kipp, Dan Orwig, Shane Gemmel, and Tim Staub. All here this afternoon doing a great job.
It's a holding call on the return team, Gary.
There it is. So holding called right away. Man, he threw that before the ball even hit the ground yet.
Yeah.
So holding call is going to be against Harrisburg. I'm sure it's going to go back here, obviously. Pretty good punt there by number 11, Christo Hunsecker. Nice spiral. So here comes Harrisburg now with their 3rd possession of the game. They're going to be doing it from a deeper part than they thought they would. All the way back to the 30-yard line, but they'll set up shop. 1st and 10. They're up 7-0 here with just under a minute to go in the first quarter. We're here at Exeter High School near Reading, Pennsylvania. Beautiful campus here, almost like a college campus. So here's Lewis with his troops. 3 receivers to the far side.
Looks like Wilson's lining up, playing straight man across the board to the 4 receivers. The advantage for Wilson for that, it gives them the remaining 7 can be in the box trying to stop this shotgun running team.
Lewis again. Lewis fakes everything, comes forward, and Lewis maybe a little too much fake right there. He had some room to run and kind of shoot it again. Might pick up 2 on the play. And possibly even 3. So it'll be second down now and 7. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line of Harrisburg as we tick down here 38 seconds to the end of the first quarter. Harrisburg and Wilson for the District 3 6A football championship. As we said, Harrisburg's won the last 3. Although Wilson has won their share of the year, 7 out of 7 and 4 in district championship games. Harrisburg 6 and 3. Harrisburg's won their last 11 games in district, looking for number 12. Over the middle goes to Lewis. Coke, and Coke one-on-one. Coke being chased downfield inside the 30. Coke inside the 25 to 20. Down inside the 15-yard line. A flag is thrown. You might have a face mask.
Half the distance there with the face mask. With 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Harrisburg's going to have first and goal from the 5. And there's an example, Gary. When you go straight man across the board there's no help, and Harrisburg often is going to make you pay.
And just too big for a smaller back to defend. Once he gets the over the field, bringing him down, as you saw right there, is really a difficult task.
Yes.
So the big gain here for Harrisburg. Huge pass play.
That's the gamble, I'm sure, that Doug Doms, the coach of Wilson, is taking. He knows his defensive play, and he's been a big 33 assistant coach. He's coached, as I mentioned, under some great coaches at Wilson prior to him being the head coach. Has a few district titles under his own belt. He knows what he's doing, and that's the risk you have to take.
Looks like they might be going to that Wildcat again with Mickens. We did a game early in the season. I didn't remember Mickens being that big, but he is a strong, tall-looking back. Over 1,000 yards this year. There's Mickens. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to take off. And Wilson's got his number right there. And a nice job bottling him up, probably for a 1-yard loss as we tick down to the end of the first quarter. Harrisburg leads it over Wilson. It's the District 3 6A championship game. 7-0. Harrisburg leads it. Back with more. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.4.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
And welcome back here to Exeter High School. We start the second quarter here on High School Sports Live TV of the boys. Obviously, the boys are the only one playing in Pennsylvania right now. Football game, District 3 6A championship. 53-yard pass from Lewis to Koch has set Harrisburg up with a second down and goal at the 6-yard line. First quarter, Mickens with 19 yards on the gain and a touchdown. Obviously, average 3.5 to 4 yards to carry. Just to give you a quick look.
Carry, there's Brown in the backfield so again.
So they got Mickens back there again, although Lewis is there with him. We'll see if Lewis is going to take the snap this time. Harrisburg has won the last 3 District 3 championship games. They've won 11 district games in a row coming in. And so they know what to do, obviously, these kinds of games over the years. Wilson coming in here. Last time they were in a district championship game, they lost to Harrisburg 2021, 14-10. So here is Lewis this time at quarterback. He's got Mickens back there behind him. Mickens takes the handoff. Mickens slides over the right side. Mickens bangs toward the goal line. And he's in. Mickens in for another 6-yard run, second 6-yard run of the afternoon for a touchdown. And Harrisburg goes on top, 13-0.
Very nice job by the Cougars mixing run and pass on that drive. Obviously, the big play was right before the quarter ended with the completion on the quick post. Got the ball all the way down to the 5. Now they're up by 2 scores.
Fasanya in for the extra point effort. Snap down, kick up. Looks pretty good. Is pretty good. 14-0. Harrisburg leads it at the 11:54 mark in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for the kickoff. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.4.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
Sign up for the Central PA Boys Middle School Basketball League now. Players who got cut or just want more games in basketball. This is happening on Sunday nights. Sponsored and hosted by Advanced Hoops. Players can sign up as individuals or as a small group, play together. Teams are welcome to sign up now. Go to www.advancedhoops.com. Harrisburg up 14-0 here as we start the second quarter. Scoring on the first play of the second quarter. And again, it was a 6-yard run by Mickens as short kickoff this time. Be taken by Wilson out to the 30, maybe the 33-yard line as it was picked off there.
Hunsicker on the carry there.
Hunsicker also the kicker normally, so gets a little work on both sides of the ball. Christo Hunsicker runs it back. It'll be first down and 10 now for Wilson, who you got to say this is kind of a must possession right here at this point in the game, even though it's early.
Yeah, and not necessarily to score points. It sure would be nice, but to just get some momentum and get the ball moving, move the chains a few times.
Haven't been able to get much going so far.
Now you look, we have a completely different formation. We have not seen this yet. It's a double tight, double wing set.
4 plays, 70 yards, by the way. 103 it took on the last possession for Harrisburg. And here's the fake handoff, and Gruber is going to get just bottled up back there and taken down. And we've got a flag down. It's normally in the holding area, but
I think it's a face mask here.
on the tackle was Isaac John Lewis, but it looks like it might be a face mask here. Let's wait and see. Personal foul,
yes.
Face mask against Harrisburg. So if you're Wilson right now, you'll take it any way you can get it and start moving the ball, right?
No doubt about it. 15 yards the tough way, and they just have to determine what formations they feel are going to work pretty well against Harrisburg, and it's awfully tough because everything they've tried so far, they have not had a lot of success on. And this Harrisburg team plays with a lot of confidence, and rightfully so. You mentioned 3 district titles in a row, not to mention the skill they have at the speed positions, but as well as the line working in unison. They're working on all cylinders here.
First and 10, 49-yard line for Wilson. Bulldogs trying to get something going, as you mentioned. Here's the inside handoff, and they got something going here. Nice little move by Monty Greer coming around the near side.
The other thing Calvin Everett has with this Cougar team, he has these kids playing together. They believe, they are poised, they work hard together, they're well coached, they're coachable, and it shows.
Monty Greer, only a sophomore, averages about 9.6 yards per carry normally. Picks up a nice little move there, and it'll be second down and 3. He got 7 yards on that run. So ball spotted at the 44-yard line now. Second down and 3 for the Bulldogs of Wilson. Going to drop Correll. Akins back there. Akins gets it. Akins off the far side. Akins trying to get around the corner and does. Gets the first down. Nice job by Akins, and a first down here, and Wilson's starting to get a little something going on this third possession of the game for them.
And there you go. They're liking this double tight with really a condensed set. Nobody out wider than the wings, which are guys lined up right outside the tight end and off the ball. But what that's utilizing is they're controlling more gaps, and it's more difficult for a defense to penetrate and make plays in the backfield. So Wilson's gaining some confidence here. Let's see if they can build on this.
Akins, the junior, with 13 touchdowns in the season, 1,060 coming in this game in terms of yards. So a guy that knows what he's doing. Averages about 6 yards every time he touches the football. So first down here at the 40-yard line for Wilson. Gruber's going to put his man in motion again. Greer, straight back, looking, flushed out in the pocket again, trying to get loose, throws it over the middle, has a man right there. It's going to be Akins. Akins trying to get loose inside the 30-yard line. Another first down, and you got to give credit to Gruber by making that one up as he went.
Absolutely, he ad-libbed there, and he found an open receiver, and he went to a really good scat back player who starts on both sides of the ball. That's number 23, Akins.
Akins with his 25th catch of the year there, and just watch Gruber. I mean, you talk about getting out of trouble and then being creative at the end. There it was, the ball down to the 27-yard line. First and 10 now for the Bulldogs as they are on the move at 10:15 mark here of the second quarter.
Still sticking to this tight formation. Can't blame Wilson at all.
There's Akins again, handoff over that left side, far side. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 on the play. So they put their men in motion near side, far side now here to start this possession. It's working out pretty well so far for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you can run the jet sweep. You can also fake the jet sweep. The quarterback can run, and he can also, as we saw there, act like he's running and then ad-lib and throw the football.
Second down and 8 here at the 25-yard line. Wilson trying to answer Harrisburg, who leads 14-0. Don't forget our Jackie and Balvo halftime report coming up. We'll have our highlights and stats for you.
Spread set here on 2nd and 8.
Here's your handoff again, right over the right side, and not much this time. Might have gotten a half a yard, maybe a yard on the play.
Derek Brown, the sophomore linebacker, makes the play at the line of scrimmage. And now you're in pretty much 4-down territory at this spot, down by 2 scores. So look for a 3rd and, 7?
Monty Greer on that carry for the gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 8, ball spotted at 25-yard line. 8:54 to the half. And it just feels like a must possession. We said, maybe not, you know, you got a long way to go. But in this kind of game, and Harrisburg seems to be able to move the ball pretty well, this is one where you really have to have an answer. And in motion is Greer. Up the middle goes Gruber. He's got some room to run. Gruber inside the 20. Gruber to the 15, steps out of bounds around the 15-yard line. First down as Gruber once again using his feet.
Really nice job by Gruber. It was a 4-man rush, and everybody else was playing zone behind him, but those linebackers got really deep drops there on the 3rd and long, and it enabled Gruber to make a big play with his feet.
Gruber was 715 yards in the season, averages about 4.5 yards per carry. He's also got, for the season, 8 touchdowns as well as his 24 that he's passed. So he's responsible for 32 touchdowns in this Wilson Bulldog efficient offense.
No tight end in the game right now. Spread, set, 2 backs in the backfield.
Ball at the 15. Hand off to Akins. Akins looked like it might have been another face mask there. Just inadvertent, but the flag is down. So it's going to be a face mask call. You're pretty sure on that.
Yeah, they're going to take I assume they're going to take the face mask, get another down.
Half the distance. Ball should be down around the 8.5-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask against the Cougars.
So Wilson being very efficient on this drive and helped by a couple of penalties along the way.
First and goal from the 4.
The first and goal from the 4-yard line now for the Bulldogs. 8:20 to go in the first half. Gruber at the helm. There's your handoff again to Akins. Akins pulled down. And a great job in on the tackle there again by Mickens, who has been all over the place this afternoon, offensively and defensively. So to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Question is here, can Wilson get in after that play for a loss there? Can they get in without going to the air? And I don't think so. I think they're going to have to put the ball in the air to get in the end zone here on either 2nd or 3rd down. Then it brings up, if they can't get in on the first 3, do they kick a field goal?
Right.
Or do they go for the touchdown?
Harrisburg very good on that line. That's what they're known for, is their line play. Here again, Akins right down the middle, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe a couple inside.
That's what I meant, Gary. Could probably have to go to the air here on 3rd and goal from the 4.
Third and goal from the 5 for
It'll be
Wilson.
third down now. For the Bulldogs, and the ball sitting on the 5.
The way this Harrisburg offense has been moving the ball, you got to think touchdown if you're Wilson, in my opinion.
So third down and goal here.
Unbalanced right.
Gruber's going to pitch it back. Akins again. Akins brought down by a shoestring tackle by Brannon. Brannon just wouldn't let go. He's like a dog in a bone there.
Brannon on the tackle.
In this case, a cougar on a dog.
How about Wilson lined up in an effort to go to the strength of their formation, tossing it to the right. The Harrisburg Cougar defense ran to the ball, and a lot. You can sometimes utilize misdirection.
And here's
if
a
you're
moment.
Wilson.
Here's a moment of truth right now for the Bulldogs. This point in the game, 6:24 to go. They're going for it, fourth down and goal. And a timeout's going to be called. They're going to talk about it. Harrisburg's going to talk about it. We'll take a break as well. We'll come right back. 6:21 to go in the half. Harrisburg leads at 14-0. This is High School Sports Live TV. The District 3 championship game on ABC 27.4.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
So here's the situation. Down 14-0 with 6:21 to go to the half. You desperately need some points. Fourth down and goal from the 3-yard line. So what do you call here, Coach, if you're Wilson?
Well, I'm curious to see if Wilson lines up in the same formation that they did. I highly doubt they're going to run it to that power to the right side. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some type of bootleg, roll out to the left, and try to throw.
Full house
tight end
backfield
drag.
there. They got Akins back there with him. Here's a fake to Akins. Gruber keeps it. Gruber looking. Gruber being flushed out. Gruber trying to get toward the end zone. Did he step out of bounds? No, he didn't. And the pass is intercepted in the end zone by Harrisburg. And so Wilson stopped. Had a wonderful chance to get in there and could not do so, as the interception is going to be at number 15 for Harrisburg. Trey's Walker. Let's take a look.
Watch this replay. It's play action to the short side of field. The reason I said bootleg, I thought they might boot to the wide side.
And picked off by Harrisburg. And again, Trey's Walker with the interception. And so stop. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. It was intercepted in the end zone. And Harrisburg picks it up again. 6:10 to go in the first half.
Wilson limited himself, Gary, with not a lot of room there because that ball was on the right hash. Harrisburg defended it very well.
You had the 3 runs there, which set up what was a predictable down. Where you're going to have to get some kind of pass there. And look at this, banging on through is different running back this time, and that's going to be number 4 for Harrisburg. It's Dante Sheffy.
Sheffy on the carry. Harding on the
Gary, a
tackle.
lot of times you say, you know, if we go for it and we don't get it, at least we're giving the other team the ball around the 2 or 3 yard line. Well, in this case, when he picks in the end zone, the ball's out to the 20. Harrisburg's already out to the 33-yard line.
Dante Sheffy, a junior wide receiver, or junior running back, rather. And so Sheffy is going to get him a first down here. Handoff again, over the right side. Banging forward for another big gain on first down here for Harrisburg. And that big front line for Harrisburg yielding up some good results here so far. As Sheffy called on again, and Sheffy answered the bell here. It'll be second down and 1. They often say this is down, you have a lot of options, right?
Yes, you do. And this is one of those downs where some people like to go for the home run because you really don't have a whole lot to lose. Because you can figure you can pick the first down up on third down.
You sense that Harrisburg maybe wants to pound the clock a little bit, though, right now with a 14-0 lead and with the ball.
Sure wouldn't blame them.
There it is. They're going to come over this near side again, and Sheffy doing the duty this time. And Sheffy over the left side, and another first down for Harrisburg as they continue to march on the ground and eat up clock.
And what Harrisburg's so good at when they run the ball like this, they've been doing it for several years now. And as soon as you start to bring more guys in the box to try to stop that run, that's where they utilize their skill on the outside. done a phenomenal job of that lately. And that's what a lot of teams do at the high school level. You see it at college all the time, getting the ball in space with your athletes.
You got 3 outstanding running backs there, too, with Mickens, now Sheffy, and Ewell. Over the middle, it goes to Lewis, and Lewis had his man over the middle. Nice job on the play by Wilson, and that was number 23, Corell Akins, breaking up that pass to the intended for number 11, Mekhi Jackson. First time they've targeted him this afternoon.
Corell Akins, only a junior. He's a heck of a football player.
He really is.
Both sides of the ball. I'm very impressed with him. He broke on that football and broke that pass up right it was ready to be caught there by Jackson.
So it'll be second down and 10 now. Ball at the 48-yard line for Harrisburg. Back in now comes Ewell at the running back.
This is going to be a penalty if they don't get somebody up on the line of scrimmage.
9 seconds to go.
This is going to be a
Now
penalty. They got to have 7 on the line.
I think Cal Everett saw it over there, and Cal Everett calls timeout. We'll take one as well. 14-0. Harrisburg leads it, 4:31 to the half. It's all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.4.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
And welcome back to Exeter High School here near Reading, Pennsylvania. 14-0. Harrisburg leads it, 4:31 to go in the first half. You're watching it all here on ABC 27.4. We want to thank our Invica crew this afternoon for being out here in the sunshine. A little bit of extra breeze today makes that 50 degrees feel a little bit more like 40 degrees, to be honest with you.
Gary, it's nice that Exeter hosts this game. They had a game last night, their own district final at 5A, lost to Bishop McDevitt at Elko. Elko hosted that one. A lot of teams not hosting at this point. It's tough to find a field to go to.
Last night was not prime time to be playing. So it's second down and 10 now for Harrisburg over the left side. Here we go, wide open. And it could be the whole way to the house. It's Ewell all the way down. And a 52-yard touchdown run from Nehemiah Ewell. And Harrisburg has opened up a 20-0 lead here late in the second quarter.
As we'll watch this replay in due time here, it is one back handoff, no misdirection whatsoever over the left side, and Ewell's to Pater. You'll see it here. Nice cut, works to outside, and then uses his speed to the end zone.
The 4:22 mark here of the second quarter. 20-0, trying to make it 21 right here. Kick is down. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good off the foot of Gordon Fasanya, and Harrisburg 21-0, 4:22 to go in the half. All here on ABC 27.4.
Hi, this is John Timballo then and now. Yep, I'm still alive with my son John celebrating 50 years of serving York County.
Timballo is proud to remain locally family-owned and operated with deep roots in our community. Celebrate 50 years with special promotions, giveaways, and savings.
Thanks to all our employees and to our customers.
How you doing there, Dad?
Ready for another 50 years. See you at Jack Jimballo Family of Dealerships.
5 plays, 80 yards. So we took 148 again for Harrisburg, and they're up 21-0. Still 4:22 to go in the half. Our Jack Jimballo halftime report coming up in just a few moments here with highlights and stats and commentary.
Gary, early in the year, Harrisburg lost in somewhat of a big fashion to a really, really good football team, LaSalle College High School, who their season was ended by St. Joe's Prep, who they had beaten earlier in the year. In any event, Harrisburg battled back. They played McDevitt early in the year, took the game to overtime, and ended up winning by 2 in overtime. Huge contest. Beat State College 7-6.
Look at this kick. Bouncing all over the lot right now. Picked up by Hunsaker again. Hunsaker's going to get back out to the 40-yard line, maybe the 43. So nice return off the bouncy kick here from Harrisburg. But go ahead.
Yeah, and it looked like Harrisburg was going to run away with the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Division undefeated, and then Cumberland Valley went into Harrisburg on a Saturday afternoon and upset the Cougars.
24-21.
Yes, and in the last game of the year, who was going to tie Harrisburg for the league title? It was at State College between McDevitt and State College, and that was a super high-scoring game. Went back and forth, and State College pulled that one out. So Harrisburg and State College split the title in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth.
And Harrisburg, interestingly enough, beat State College 7-6 in a game that we did. One of the stranger games we've ever seen, right?
Yes. Coke blocked a field goal late to preserve the one-point victory.
That was an unbelievable game. There's Gruber, handed off again. Corral right over the near side for a quick game. Or Corral Akins. And a flag is down. Might be hold.
Ewell makes the tackle. And interestingly, last night, I don't know if you saw it, Gary, but Pittsburgh Central Catholic clobbered State College out west in that state quarterfinal matchup.
Yes, they did. But a 7-6 game that we watched, I don't think I've ever seen a 7-6 game where there was so much action. You remember, up and down the field, block, punts. I mean, everything going on in that game in a 7-6 game.
I'm going to tell you the most exciting 0-0 game I saw. It was Jim Cantafio, was the former coach here at Wilson. But prior at Wilson, he was at Wyoming Valley West, and he played at Berwick against George Curry's team. They won 3-0 in overtime over Berwick. 0-0 final at the end of regulation.
And a matchup with two Bulldog teams there. So in motion goes Michael Glover again. Back goes Gruber. Gruber looking. Gruber throwing. Gruber across the middle. Has his man open out near the 47-yard line. Great pass there by Gruber.
Yes, it was.
Pinpointed Cam Zullinger.
He threaded that needle in there. Really nice play by Gruber. There's going to be no quitting these Bulldogs, obviously. These kids work all year long. They have a great off-season program for decades. John Gursky and Jerry Slemmer had these kids working their tails off for decades prior to this. And
Zullinger with his
they're going to battle.
27th catch of the year for Zullinger. And it'll be second down now and 5 to go. So back in manageable territory here for the Bulldogs after that big penalty. Here's a handoff to Akins. Akins over the left side. Akins out to the 50-yard line where he's shoved down there. Looked like Ewell might have been in on the tackle on that one.
Wilson Stadium, known as John Gursky Stadium, after the legendary coach that built this program decades ago. Unfortunately for John Gursky, there were no playoffs then, Gary, in District 3.
We have third down at the 50-yard line now, 2 yards to go. Gruber, long count, trying to get people to come offside. Looks over, trying to get a play. 16 on the shot clock. Goodness gracious, I'm in the basketball season already. 16 on the play clock. Gruber still long count. Harrisburg holding. Handoff. Akins shoved down. No, and this time it's going to be Gruber on the keep. And Gruber's going to be brought down by Brandon, but looks like he got enough for the first down.
It's going to be close.
Takes the handoff over the middle, and then Gruber brought it near side. Very close to a first down. Officials marking the ball here. Let's see what they get. From our angle right here, it looks like it's almost right on the line, but it is close. No matter what, you got to think it's going to be fourth down. They're going to keep the offense on the field. It looks like it's going to be first down. Move the stakes. Nice job by Gruber of getting what he needed, keeping the drive going. 2:15 to go here, so clock becomes a factor now here at the end of the first half. Our Jack Giambello halftime report coming up at halftime. Here's Gruber again. Really impressed with this kid. And this one, too.
He's got the edge.
He's getting strung out along the side. It gets around the corner and gets a gain of about 3 on the play, maybe 4.
Even though he had the edge there, Gary,
yeah,
the defense strung that out really well, and he ran out of real estate. But nonetheless, it's a 3-yard gain. And if you're Wilson, getting 3 yards on first down, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're working, staying ahead of the sticks. You just got to get something on second.
Second down 7 at the 45-yard line as Wilson, and using the line there to step out of bounds as well. So second down 7 now for the Bulldogs. 1:59 to go in the first half.
A lot of strength to the right side of the formation.
Gruber fakes the handoff to Akins, throws deep, has his man down, has his man beat. He's got it. And he steps out of bounds. A beautiful pass downfield as he found Carpenter for the catch. And
incomplete
pass.
Out of bounds. Caught it out of bounds.
And he caught it out of bounds. So we saw right there. And again, looking all the way across, it looked like he had a great catch. But right back it comes. So, well, it's not your day. It's not your day so far. But that was a nice pass by Gruber.
Was.
And Carpenter ran a pretty good route, but stepped out.
And once again, with, as you mentioned earlier, this time of year with the breeze, that ball can tail on you a little bit, and it's the difference between maybe half a yard with that wind can be the difference between catching the ball inbounds or out of bounds.
So 1:52 to go here in the first half. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Ball still at the 45-yard line. Obvious passing down here for Gruber. Maddox Gruber, senior quarterback. Look. Gruber throws it across the middle. Has a man over there. Did he hold on to it, or was it incomplete? Let's wait and see. They're going to say it was a catch. And a great pass over on the left-hand side. A beautiful catch by Brady Klein, who hauls it in.
Nicely done by Wilson. 5 receivers out on that pattern, and it was worth it because they found a guy to the left side of the formation.
Brady Klein, the tight end, on that catch. Ball now down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, clock moving. 1:32 now, 1:30 to go. Wilson trying to get some kind of momentum going here with some points on the board before half. Hand off again to Akins, over the middle. Akins slams forward, gets maybe to the 30-yard line, and that'll be about it. Loose ball, but I think they're going to call him down. So bring up 2nd down and 10 now, 1:13 to go in the half.
Clock stops momentarily. Nobody called a timeout, but
got a couple of yards
now they
there.
got Wilson timeout.
So Wilson timeout will take one as well. 1:13 to go. You're watching High School Sports Live TV football right here on ABC 27.4 and PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Tight end, you don't have instant replay on high school football, but let's take a look.
Here.
We could give you a little shot here of what that looked like. It looked like it might have hit the turf. Let's take a look over there.
Really nice ball by Gruber.
Great ball, and it's a great job of the tight end trying to get it. Watch this. Let's see if he doesn't really have control, and it does hit the turf. It probably would have been an incomplete pass, but fortunately for Wilson, no replay counts on today's game. So Wilson continues there. 2nd down and 8, ball at the 30-yard line. You need a break like that every now and then, right, Ford?
Yes, and you got empty set here, 5 wides, going to go long.
Oh, and this time hit as he threw it. And was it a catch? It was. So another catch. Kind of pulling it up off the turf this time, and that was down to Monty Greer, who was the leading receiver on this team. Gruber took a shot there, and we have a man down on the field for Harrisburg. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. Again, High School Sports Live TV. This is the game of the week, the District 3 6A championship game, all here on ABC 27.4.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
Give credits to Maddox Greer for standing and taking a shot, but then throwing downfield. He got Monty Greer. We showed you the other replay. We said made bounce a little bit. Not this one. Look at Greer. Get his hands underneath that and pull it in. Great catch by Greer. And a great job by Maddox Gruber of staying in the pocket to get rid of that ball and take the hit. 1st down and 10 now. 1:05 to go at the 13-yard line. Wilson with a chance to get in and score here before the half. Down 21-0 right now here in this championship game. Here's Gruber, empty backfield this time. 2 receivers each side. Gruber straight back. Gruber looking. Gruber throws. End zone. And just overthrows his man. And we've got a flag down on the field late.
Michael Glover, we have a penalty on the play.
Let's see what it is. A lot of times that's a
either a late hit or
taunting, a late hit.
Personal foul.
And it's against Harrisburg, so it'll be half the distance to the goal line.
That's going to put the ball right around the 6.5-yard line, since it's currently on the 13.
Right.
And with 52 seconds remaining, Wilson has plenty of time here.
Very doable.
To utilize all 4 downs, but they can't think field goal. They got to think touchdown, obviously.
And you go to the pass a little earlier this time? Last time they ran 3 times in, then pass on an obvious down, passing down.
They should be first and goal. They got the chains still up. I would believe they were going to take the chains down and make it first and goal. Let's see.
Should be first and goal here. Here's Gruber again. 51.9 seconds to go in the half. He might keep it a go himself. Gruber straight back, and here he goes. Showed that lineup.
Fumble.
And the fumble down the field. Who's got it?
Shane, he's down. Shane.
So the knee was down.
The clock's moving at 40.
The clock's at 40 seconds now. Now under 40, down almost 35. Timeout on the field.
Wilson.
And Wilson takes the timeout. We're going to keep it right here with 37.3 seconds to go.
He's second and 4 yards.
We'll have to see if that ball came out, if we can get a replay of that at some point.
But here you see it. Fumble goes out. Gruber kept it himself. And Gruber is going to have it, and it does come loose after his knee hit the ground. So
it looks like it was after, yeah.
Yep, good call by the official. So here you are now. You got second down and goal, 37.3 seconds to go. Last time they were down here in this situation, they ran 3 plays in and then an obvious passing play on 4th down. This time, you had the quarterback draw. What do you do this time for if you look at the whole thing?
I think we're definitely going to see the ball in the air. Quarterback with a run-pass option could help as well because Gruber can run the football. He's not afraid to do that.
Let's see what Coach Doms has dialed up here as Gruber stepping into a spot here. 37.3 seconds to go.
Or some type of counter action.
Right.
Instead of just going full flow, because this Harrisburg defense runs the football so well. Here they're motioning empty.
That's Akins coming right back. Akins again, kind of a double. And here getting flushed out again. Gruber just going to throw it away. Stop the clock at 31.9 seconds as Harrisburg was coming big with Messiah Mickens and also number 33, Jarrell Britton. So Harrisburg unleashing their version of the Hounds right now.
Now we have a penalty. Are they saying it was grounding?
Was there
number 23 seemed, I thought it was 23, seemed to be within somewhat of a decent area of the football.
Obviously, he was trying to get rid of it, but did you have somebody over there? And now the officials are talking it over. See what they come up with here. It's umpire Jason Malone getting everybody together here.
Yeah, they're calling grounding.
And they call intentional grounding on Wilson.
I'm sure we'll see this replay. I'm curious because it looked like, here it is. It looked like there was somebody somewhat within range. No, there wasn't.
There wasn't any
that
receiver.
Way
well, Akins was over
call.
there, but it was, the official calls intentional grounding.
It was in the direction of Akins, but way wide of him.
Is that what?
That's going to be a loss of down.
Then also you're going to let's see what happens here with in terms of getting the yardage
Most of the time you'll see that, Gary. You're not going to see the flag thrown. It was within. It wasn't really close to 23, but it was somewhat in his direction. The quarterback just threw it wide.
So the official.
It sure did come in late, no doubt. They might have wanted to talk about it before the flag was thrown. But
Is that a 15-yard penalty? Let's take a look here. Okay, so we started at the 4-yard line.
Now they're waving it off. I'm confused.
Now we're back to the 9-yard line. So a 5-yard penalty. And now
I'm very flustered.
I don't know if the officials are sure exactly what they're doing on this particular one. Meanwhile, Hunsicker's over there. Christo Hunsicker getting ready for an extra point or a field goal effort here in case he's needed.
They already signaled intentional grounding.
Right. So now it should be 3rd down and goal if it's intentional grounding because lost it down plus the 5-yard penalty, right?
Up here in the booth, we're told that it's unsportsmanlike then against Harrisburg, which will still be 3rd down, but it takes it half the distance.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
But now they're saying it's 4th down on the yard marker. That was only second down.
Second down. Should only be 3rd down. Should only be 3rd down. We're not sure. We're going to call it right here, though. Here's Gruber. If they don't score here, you're going to have a mess. Gruber looking to try to get in. Gruber heading for the end zone. Gruber dives, but he's short of the goal line with 24 seconds to go. So this should now be 4th down coming up.
Maybe they messed up the marker down there on the side, and everybody thinks it was 3rd down, even the officials. But now he's changed it to 4th. Let's see what happens.
The official calling.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down now. That was the guy on the...
Should be 4th down and goal.
The guy running the chains, this yard marker, he's off, but everybody else said it was 3rd down. That we didn't know that.
So it'll be 4th down and goal, 24.1 seconds to go. And he got a 1st down. Okay. I haven't seen these many people get together since the United Nations had their last General Assembly, so it's kind of interesting to watch right here. We've got a hanky fest. We've got a meeting of the minds, conversation going on. It's all good. And so now it's 1st and goal with 24 seconds to go for the Bulldogs of Wilson as they try to cash in here before the end of the half. Don't forget our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up. We'll have all your stats, highlights of the first half. We get a lot of highlights just out of this whole series right here.
Yes, you can. And I'm expecting the ball to be on the ground. You're that close to the goal line. You're maybe a 1/4 of a yard from pay dirt.
I'm expecting Gruber to keep it.
Look for them to muscle it in.
Yep. Let's see if Gruber does this with a little push behind. There goes Gruber. And Gruber slicing in there. Did he get in?
Gruber, the keeper.
The players think he did. The officials apparently think he did too. So a 1-yard dive for Gruber gets Wilson on the board here at the end of the half. And they have scored, and a nice job there by Wilson. Wasn't always pretty here at the end, but it was effective.
One of the craziest things in football, in my opinion, for refereeing, the 2 guys that need to call that a touchdown are the guys that are all the way on the sidelines. By the time they get in there, that ball could have been moved forward, backwards. No doubt it was a touchdown, but you never really know it. I think that umpire would be able to step right forward a few steps and make that call.
So here's Hunsecker in.
Guys have told me that he often signals to the guys outside with little signals to let them know if it was in or out, but...
Gruber's his holder. Hunsecker is the kicker.
We have ourselves a football game.
Yes, we do.
Credit Wilson for that drive.
Snap down, kick up. Kick is no good as he hooked it left. And so momentum kind of stalled there for a moment, but on the board with 6 points nevertheless is Wilson here. It's 21-6 with 14.5 seconds to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is High School Sports Live TV. Game of the week on ABC 27.4.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on your senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
13 plays, 58 yards. Took 4 minutes and 8 seconds to get in, and Wilson on the board, missed extra point, 21-6, 14.5 seconds to go, and Wilson will be kicking off here.
Gary, you can bet the house that they are not kicking this ball deep.
Right.
That ball's going to be on the ground quickly.
So here is Hunsecker. He does kick it flat and low, and picked up there by Harrisburg's number 4. That's Dante Sheffy, and Sheffy to the outside, trying to get around the corner. Sheffy with pretty good field position all the way out to about the 43-yard line before he steps out of bounds. So Harrisburg will have 5.1 seconds to go in the half. You got to think maybe they just stick it away and go to halftime leading by 15. But stranger things have happened. So Harrisburg will have the football here. 5.1 seconds to go. The Cougars have won the last 3 district championships. They have won 11 in a row in district football play. They are 6-3 over the years in championship games. On the other side, Wilson 7-4 in championship games.
First ever district final that Harrisburg was in was in 1992 at Hershey Stadium. They almost pulled the upset over a great Cumberland Valley team that went 15-0 and won the state title, Tim Rimpfel's team that year. A late field goal by Corey Gumby, 10-7 victory.
So Lewis takes the knee, and we're going to go to the half. 21-6. Harrisburg leads it. Our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up next with our stats, Our highlights all straight ahead. This is the High School Sports Live TV. Game of the week. It is the District 3 6A Championship. 21-6 Harrisburg leads it on ABC 27.4 and PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
AT&T has something called a connected learning program nationwide and here in the Commonwealth, and it's really focused on addressing the digital divide, really focused on supporting young men like are behind us here, and really focusing on getting them the skills and the mentorship and the items they need to make themselves better.
I really do appreciate this foundation, like a lot more than a lot of people understand. Like, really brought my day together and helped me keep my mind straight. And I don't know what position I would be in now if this place wasn't here.
With all the negativity that surrounds life, with all we see on the TV, social media, folks pointing fingers, lack of opportunities, the media is actually here to cover something good tonight.
Our Connected Learning Initiative is about addressing the digital divide. It's about connectivity, but it's also providing devices to quality programs like the one that we're here with today at the 3-Star Foundation. And these laptops are an AT&T donation to the 3-Star Foundation. I said donation, donation. Here to announce a $5,000 contribution to the 3-Star Foundation, in addition to the laptops and Chromebooks. Many of these young men have very challenging lives. Not all of them, but many of them. So this provides them the resource and the connectivity and the device that will allow them to advance their careers.
The idea that folks are here from the private sector, people from the community, you got coaches that got hearts. The idea that you use basketball to be able to connect individuals with each other and provide mentorship and direction that actually is pushing into economic opportunity is brilliant. And right here in this room, there could be the next CEO of Microsoft. There could be the next mayor of Harrisburg. It could be the next president of the United States.
Really, just use these wisely, use these to make yourselves better men in the communities, okay? And go out and make a difference.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and working dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
And welcome back to Exeter Township High School here in beautiful Reading, Pennsylvania, where at halftime it's Harrisburg 21, the Bulldogs 6 of Wilson, here in the boys 6A District 3 Championship game. Gary Sutton, Fort Chapman with you here. It's the Jackie and Valbo halftime report. And your thoughts on the first half here, as you watch this one take place. Harrisburg obviously dominating for a while, but at the end, Wilson getting that touchdown in, even though they missed the extra point, and getting on the board.
I thought Harrisburg's execution was outstanding throughout most of the first half, offensively limiting Wilson's defense, but then Wilson showed a lot of guts and grit coming down the field and getting that touchdown before the half ended.
Let's take a look at our highlights here in the first half, and there were a lot of them here, especially for Harrisburg. It really started with that muffed snap there, and Harrisburg able to cast that in right away. And the quick pitch back to Mickens, who dove in the end zone from 6 yards out and gets the first touchdown on the board for Harrisburg. The extra point by Pisania was good. And then it was kind of repeat a little bit later on as here you go again to Mickens. Mickens is a big back. I mean, you really look at him, he's a powerful back.
A lot of good offensive line up front blocking there for the Cougars.
That put Harrisburg up by 14. And then here's Ewell just breaking loose for a 52-yard run over that left side. And Ewell, one of those three outstanding backs here for Harrisburg, vaults into the end zone and puts them up 21-0. But here at the end of the half, you saw a guy who maybe gets Mr. Gutty for the first half, Maddox Gruber, diving over from 1 yard out with about 13 and a half seconds to go and getting the touchdown. The extra point was missed, and they are on the board there. So 21-6 here at the half. Let's take a look at some of our statistics here in the first half. Break those down for me, Coach, and tell me what you see.
Well, the biggest thing is Wilson has to establish a mixture of run and pass, which they did on that last drive. But aside from that, they haven't been able to do that, and Harrisburg has, and there's the difference. And obviously, more than double the total yards for the Cougars.
Yeah, take a look at the turnovers so far. The one turnover really not a factor here with the interception there in the end zone. But, well, it was a factor in the sense that Wilson could have gotten the board. Yeah, on that third down after running 3 plays in the line. Penalties so far, fairly even on both sides. But the rushing part for Harrisburg is big. They've been able to establish that rushing game early and often. On the other side, Gruber making some good passes here in that last series and getting them down the field. So offsetting that, but Harrisburg up 205 total yards to 87 thus far for the Bulldogs.
And if you look at the game flow, Wilson potentially could have 2 touchdowns right now.
Yes.
Had they gotten on the board there inside the 5-yard line, and then that last one.
And, of course, the snap that they missed there put Harrisburg in prime position there after they looked like they were going to get the ball out of there. So, where do you go in the second half right now? If you're Doug Doms for Wilson, what do you do that's working right now that he saw at the end of the first half?
Goes back to what we said originally. You got to get off the field, force a 3rd and long and get off the field. And then after that, offensively, they're finding a nice mixture of run and pass and utilizing different formations, but just keep moving the ball, stay patient. But defensively, you got to come up big against Harrisburg's offense.
If you're Cal Everett and the Harrisburg side, he normally likes to say, do a little bit more of the same, guys. Seems to be working.
Keep doing what we're doing. And one thing important, let's work on that big play. Let's get the ball out in space and get some big plays.
And their line play, especially in the offensive line, showed up in the first half. Again, you saw Ewell with that 52-yard touchdown run, and then some other good push by the line, good surge by the line there in the first half. And they do that year in and year out. One of the reasons they've won 3 straight district championships. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Charlie Fortney, we call him the founder of the Feast up here. We're going to talk a little bit about the winter sports schedule. Yeah, we don't stop after football season's over. We got it going on with basketball and wrestling, and Charlie will break some of that down for you and some thoughts on the year all here on High School Sports Live TV at ABC 27.4.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Hi, this is Jonathan Balbo then and now. Yep, I'm still alive with my son John celebrating 50 years of serving York County.
Timbalbo is proud to remain locally family-owned and operated with deep roots in our community. Celebrate 50 years with special promotions, giveaways, and savings.
Thanks to all our employees and to our customers.
How you doing there, Dad?
Ready for another 50 years. See you at Jackson Balbo Family of Dealerships.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and working dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
And welcome back to Exeter High School. We're at halftime here of the 6A3 District 3 Championship game. I'll spit that all out. Harrisburg 21, Wilson Bulldogs 6. I wanted to talk with Charlie Fortney here a little bit, who we call the founder of the Feast. It's his vision that's had us on TV for these many years, and he just puts an awful lot of time in this. And I need to thank Charlie for the great job he does, along with Chad Edwards, who's back in the booth for Invica. You continue to love to watch high school sports. You get it out there for other people to do it too, right?
I'm excited because there's a lot riding on these games. I have relatives playing in these games. Elias Koch is my nephew, and
right.
I got used to have my kids in these games. A lot of my friends and coaches, and so it's just neat to keep high school sports live going for a lot of reasons. A lot of people in this area count on it. They can't get out the games anymore.
Right.
I see a lot of folks at diners, hey, when's that schedule coming out? So you realize you definitely do have an audience, a big audience. And we're very thankful for the partnership with ABC 27 News, Rob Saylor and that whole crew over there doing a good job. Also the partnership with PCN, Matt Hall and those guys, to re-air every football game. They don't do that just for anybody. It's a quality broadcast. And then Gary, you four, and Cade Perbula, you guys have done a great job this year. And man, I hope we picked some good ones because you guys had some input on that, but these high school coaches always give me good feedback.
I got to tell you, Charlie, you picked the winners this year. We had the great 1-point win by Central over Dallastown. That was a fantastic
That was huge.
game.
Yeah,
we had
that
the
was huge.
7-6. It doesn't sound like a 7-6 game could be a thriller.
Yeah.
With Harrisburg over State College. Those are a few come off the top of my head. The CD East game is always a great matchup. So we've had some wonderful games throughout the course of the season. We're getting ready for another season, though, here very soon, and we're talking about basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
And you picked out a pretty good schedule here, and it's full of all kinds of good rivalries, starting out with CD and CD East.
Yeah, and I think that's a game that could be a toss-up this year.
Right.
Talk to Dwan Lee. I always talk to the guys that really know what's going on the ground, the high school coaches that see these guys in Summer League. And Central Dauphin and Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley has all those kids back. Central York, where you help out, Gary, has all those kids back for the most part. So we're going to see Central York go on TV 2 to 3 times. We're going to see Cumberland Valley and that Chambersburg team. Wow, Sean Schreffler has an unbelievable senior this year. So they're just going to be competitive. I think we have some nice rivalries. Lower Dauphin, Hershey, the Staples,
York
the
High,
CDs, York High, Central York. We're going to great schedule. If you go to hsslivetv.com, you'll see the final schedule in a few days. We're doing a little ironing out, but man, it's not going to disappoint.
And McDevitt at Trinity, that's always a game. And then
that's always a game.
I think we have the return game on that. No, we don't. We have Mechanicsburg at LD. That's always a great game. Mechanicsburg, great team under Coach Gaffey. We've got the district champion on with Cumberland Valley. We've got a state champion on with Central York High School.
Yes.
We've got a would-be district and state champion, Chambersburg, on there. And with JJ back this year, they're going to be unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And then Carlisle at Chambersburg, 2 outstanding clubs. Can't wait to see that. But we got a great schedule for you this winter. Check it out again at hsslivetv.com. You can see it right behind us here. We're getting ready for the second half here. 21-6 in the first half. And by the way, I did want to mention one thing before Charlie leaves. You can sign up for the Central PA Boys Middle School League right now. Tell people a little bit about that, if you would, Charlie.
Well, the Middle School Basketball League is not just for kids that get cut from the team. We've had teams sign up for that. A lot of CYO teams that have 7th and 8th grade boys, Catholic teams that just want more games on a Sunday night. We've had groups sign up, small groups of 3 or 4. But ultimately, you can sign up as an individual, get placed on a team, and every Sunday night you get 4 to 5 12-minute games, which is the equivalent of 2 junior high basketball games of playing time. And that goes for 10 weeks.
Right.
It's an extension of the Central PA Travel Basketball League. It's an in-house, sponsored by Advanced Hoops and hosted by Advanced Hoops this year. Starts in December. So pass it on to your friends if you have a middle schooler that needs some extra playing time or needs to get on a team.
And if you're a guy that didn't make your team this year, you think all is lost. No, it's not. There's more games to be played. AdvancedHoops.com is where you will go. That's AdvancedHoops.com. And you can sign up today, and it starts in December. Charlie, thanks for a great season. Looking forward to another great season coming up. Charlie Fortney up here at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of the third quarter, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.4 and PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Hi, this is John Timbalbo then and now. Yep, I'm still alive with my son John celebrating 50 years of serving York County.
Timbalbo is proud to remain locally family-owned and operated with deep roots in our community. Celebrate 50 years with special promotions, giveaways, and savings.
Thanks to all our employees and to our customers.
How you doing there, Dad?
Ready for another 50 years. See you at Jack Timbalbo Family of Dealerships.
across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
And welcome back. Just about ready to start the third quarter here. Total plays in the first half, Harrisburg 23, Wilson 31. First down 7 for Harrisburg, 9 for Wilson. Third down 2 for 3 for Harrisburg, 3 for 6. First quarter yards 130 to -5. Harrisburg to Wilson. Second quarter yards 75 to 92. Wilson coming back in that quarter. So we're ready to start the third quarter here. We're at Exeter Stadium in Reading, and kicking off Harrisburg to Wilson. Wilson bobbles it here. Corell Aiken picks it up. Corell Aiken trying to get around the near side, gets out to the 31-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. First down to start the second half. Gary Sutton, Ford Chapman with you and our entire Invica crew here this afternoon. And also welcoming our PCN audience, as you're getting a chance to see this a little bit later in the week, but glad you could join us. Glad all of our fans could join us today here on ABC 27.4 on a sunny but blustery day, 50 degrees allegedly. But doesn't feel like that when you get down that field where the wind is blowing right now. It's blowing across the field. Oh, bad snap again. Coming back and trying to dive on his Aiken, then he's going to be brought down back there by Messiah Mickens. You cannot make those kind of mistakes against the quick Harrisburg defense.
Gary, I was just going to say, Wilson doesn't necessarily need to score on this possession, but they got to move the ball to get out of this field position situation, and the whole field has been turned right here.
26 yards, all the way back to the 15-yard line, and now you're really in a hole. But I'll tell you, Gruber has shown resiliency throughout the afternoon. He's an outstanding quarterback. Gruber straight back, looking, up the middle, throws it over the middle. He's got Aiken. Aiken's going to get loose. And finally brought down, looked like it might have been close to a horse collar, but no call as he gets back out near the 25-yard line. Still a long ways to go here on third down. It's at the 24 officially. So it'll be third down and 17 yards to go.
Gary, when you try to pick this first down up, if you do it through the air, you've got to be careful of those zone eyes and those defensive backs from Harrisburg, because they can make plays in a hurry.
Third down and 17. Ball at the 24-yard line. Just started the third quarter here. Wilson trying to get back to this game. It's 21-6. Harrisburg leads it. Gruber fakes it. Play action. Straight off. Brandon's right out. Brandon's going to bring him down in the backfield as Quincy Brandon uses his quickness, fights off that outside man, and gets around the corner and brings him down to the 15-yard line.
I just had deja vu from 1993 and 94, because number 7, defensive end for Harrisburg then, was Quincy Brandon Sr. He was an all-conference defensive end, heck of an athlete, great wide receiver, kick returner, and basketball player. And his son is no different, as Quincy Brandon Jr. made that big play.
Well, Elias Koch is back, and you've got Christo Hunsaker with not a real good chance to get great field position unless he can boom off a kick here and switch fields. Here's Hunsaker. Hunsaker, low, flat kick. Koch gets it. Koch around the corner. Koch inside the 50, and we pushed out near the 47-yard line, and Harrisburg with really good field position to start the second half.
Yes. You know what I like to see are the good sportsmanship between both of these teams in this district final. And I've seen it all on. It just happened again. Two guys over by the Harrisburg sideline. Harrisburg guy was on the ground. The Wilson guy helped him up. We saw it the other way around down at the goal line at the end of the first half. And you can play hard against each other. You can compete like crazy, but there's no sense with all the trash talk and the nonsense. And credit both coaching staffs to mold these kids and have them do that. I really think that's important.
Well, there's an old thing, character plus attitude wins championships. You can see why these two teams are here. Good character as well as great play.
Great point.
So here's your handoff around the corner and pushed out of bounds. But again, they've been getting a lot of good first down runs. They were getting 7, 8, 9 yards on a shot.
And it looked like there was nothing there at first. And all of a sudden, found something on the right side.
The shuffling Sheffy back in there. Say that 5 times real fast. The shuffling Sheffy. But Sheffy back into the game now.
Was that Mickens on the run there?
Mickens on the run. So Mickens is back there again, and Sheffy's in at the slot. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for Harrisburg. Ball at the 40-yard line. Here's your handoff. Mickens again over the right side. Mickens does not get first down yards. Comes up probably about a yard short. We're going to bring up 3rd down now, and let's call it 1. Ball probably marked near
I think they're making a first down. I think they're going to call it a first. Yes, they are.
Oh, they really? He got far enough. It looked like he was just shy, but the stakes moved, and that's why I don't wear stripes. So it's down to about the 37-yard line. First down here. Harrisburg on the march, 8:42 in the 3rd quarter. Back in the backfield this time is Sheffer, the running back.
As long as Wilson spreads out defensively to cover the receivers, I believe you're going to see Harrisburg just pound that running game until Wilson stops it.
Well, the clock is on their side, so you got a 15-point lead, you got the clock running in your favor, and you got the ball. And I know one thing for sure in sports: you can't catch up if you don't have the ball. Downfield, Lewis looking for Koch. Koch's got it. Touchdown. Koch with the catch, a 37-yard touchdown pass, and right there you see why Elias Koch is so good. 6'5",
yes.
What a wingspan.
You know, we saw Lewis grow up before our eyes early in the season against McDevitt in an overtime victory, and since then he has just continued to improve, playing with a lot of confidence here late in the season, and he showed it to you right there as he put the ball right on the money on a one receiver to the right side. It was one-on-one on the backside post. Touchdown.
Well, that's as nice a pass play as you're ever going to see. I mean, he reached out, took that him with the paw, pulled it into the 2 hands, but a great pass by Lewis to lead him. No one else could catch that except for Koch. So here's Fasagna in now for the extra point attempt for Harrisburg.
And Koch's only a junior as well.
And he is going to be courted by a lot of people around the country for what he can do. Fasagna, kick up. Kick is good, and Fasagna perfect on the day so far with 4 extra points. 28-6. Harrisburg has struck first here in the second half. 8:12 to go. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is the High School Sports Live Streams presentation of the District 3 6A Championship game on ABC 27.4 and PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
$8:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Harrisburg has struck again, 28-6. And just we were talking about, they might be satisfied grinding out on the ground. There they come with a strike from Lewis to Koch for 37 yards.
Yes, and that's what they do. When they felt that they had one-on-one coverage on the backside, and Koch running that post route, there's no safety sitting in the middle of the field back there to try to play center field and pick that off. So Harrisburg went for it, and must have been a 15-yard penalty against the Cougars of some sort between maybe on the extra point or on the touchdown.
3 plays, 47 yards, took 1 minute and 35 seconds, and Koch ended it with a 35-yard touchdown catch from Lewis. So 28-6.
After the touchdown, we must have had a 15-yard unsportsmanlike, something of that sort.
Look at this kickoff, though, right over the head. And now if you're Wilson, you're going to get down there and cover it as it just barely crosses into the end zone. Wow. And now another flag is down, back in the Harrisburg side of things. And let's see what the penalty is. Looks like they're pointing at Wilson here, but I'm not sure.
Number 31, Harding for Wilson, was right there around the kicker for Harrisburg, and I'm not sure what took place.
So the officials are...
It was way back to the kicking side of midfield. Don't be surprised if they do offsetting.
The officials again have another confab. And we'll sort it all out here in a moment. Don't want to be presumptive.
Well, it looks like it's going to go against
Wilson.
Wilson.
Going against Wilson now. They're walking him down. So it was personal foul against Wilson. And
it most likely was on number 31 there that I mentioned, Harding.
So again, not the kind of penalties you need right now if you're Wilson. You need field position. You need to get that clock on your side. Here's the problem you have for Wilson right now is they're down by 22 points. You're going to have a lot of predictable passing downs, which means Harrisburg's going to be teeing off on you.
Yeah, with pass rush and also with potential to break up passes and intercept them.
So the ball at the 10-yard line now for Wilson. Their worst starting position of the day so far. Here's Gruber. Gruber hands off near side. And quick run off the right side. Not too much on that play for Monty Greer. So it'll be second down now. 9 yards to go. 1 yard pickup on it. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A blustery, sunshiny, cool day here for football. Coming up on Thanksgiving week. Gruber calls out the numbers here, steps back, looks. Trying to get out of the pocket and does. Getting around the outside, and Gruber has had a day of having to constantly get out of trouble as he's cut down there by Kamir Williams. So no gain on the play. Brings up third down now and 10. Ball still at the 10-yard line.
One of the craziest stats, Gary, that I've ever seen in high school football. Back in the 2018 season when Harrisburg went to the state championship, losing to St. Joe's Prep. I'll get to that in a second.
Here's Gruber, third down now, needs something. Takes the handoff, looking for a man down here on the outside, and just incomplete. Covered nicely over there by number 3 of Harrisburg is Kamir Williams.
So Harrisburg beat Central Dauphin for the district final. They went and played at Hershey Stadium, a very good Coatesville team. Upset Coatesville, and then went on and lost to St. Joe's Prep in the state title. They had, as a defense, that whole season, Harrisburg had 14 pick sixes on the year.
Wow.
Intercepted
Never heard of that.
14 different pass times. They intercepted the pass and ran it back for a touchdown.
Wow.
In one season, yeah.
Well, here's
phenomenal stat.
Christo Hunsaker once again kicking from his own goal line, and back is Koch again. And you got to think if Harrisburg handles it cleanly, they're going to have great field position one more time. So the field position game in the second half belongs totally to fake. And throwing downfield, Hunsaker, and had his man open but could not hang on with Cam Zillinger. And so it is going to be first down for Harrisburg at the 10-yard line of Wilson on the trick play. I guess you figure
10.
You were down 28-6. You figure, hey, why not?
Yeah, a loss is a loss. So they're probably thinking we got to get a big play right here. And
had the man open.
Yes, he did.
And just for a moment thought he might have the catch there. Zillinger is a pretty sure-handed receiver. So now for Harrisburg, you can afford to pound it in here. Here's Lewis. Lewis with the handoff over the right side to Sheffy. Sheffy into the end zone for the touchdown, 10 yards out. And Sheffy in at the 6:42 mark here in the third quarter as Harrisburg tried to put this one away. Sheffy with a 10-yard run off that right side again. 34-6. Fasanya in for the extra point. And again, you can't fault Wilson for trying to get that trick play and get out of there. They had a chance.
They always say best time to run a trick play is when no one expected. I guarantee this.
Nobody
expected that one.
There's Fasanya again. Fasanya up. Fasanya good. And that's a part of Harrisburg this year. The kicking game's been a lot
great
better.
Job with that, absolutely.
6:42 to go. 35-6. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV's presentation of the District 3 6A Football Championship here on ABC 27.4.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
Harrisburg dominating here this afternoon for sure in quest of their 4th straight district championship. And just looking really, really good. That one a little bit easy with 10 yards to go because of strict play. But, you know, in 35 to 6, 6:42 to go here in the third quarter.
Akins and Gruber back deep for Wilson.
And what do they say now? If you're Wilson, you keep playing, right? You keep on trying to do something positive each time. Good kickoff here from Harrisburg all the way back down again to the 5-yard line where it's taken. And Akins coming near side. Akins with a slot. Akins coming up there across the 30. Akins is loose down the near sideline. Akins all the way down to the 30.
There he goes.
To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown on the return for Akins, and right there you go. 95-yard touchdown.
We have a flag. Hold everything.
We've got a flag.
Way back at the 25-yard line.
Oh, my.
Near the Harrisburg sideline.
What a run by Akins. The official pointing back, and they're going to say hold on Wilson. Oh, my. A 95-yard touchdown run nullified by a holding call.
And this Aiken, he made a couple guys miss.
Oh, what a run.
Broke some tackles. And
you said how much you liked him earlier. He really is some kind of player.
Heck of a football player.
Yeah. So,
now, where were we last year at this time, Gary, this round?
We were doing Manheim Township and Harrisburg High, and Harrisburg coming back with in an unbelievable championship game.
Manheim beat Harrisburg early in the season handily. And then, Harrisburg it looked like it was almost over in the third quarter, and Harrisburg down several scores, got a turnover and came roaring back and ended up winning that in overtime. And a heck of a battle.
Controversial call. I remember the end zone on a pass, but it was the right call.
Harrisburg's quarterback, who was a big 33 quarterback, hit the big 33 wide receiver, but the receiver had stepped out of bounds just prior to coming back in and catching it.
When it's not your day, it's not your day so far for Wilson, having that 95-yard touchdown called back on the kickoff. Here's Gruber looking. Gruber to the outside. Has his man out there, Zollinger. And Zollinger out across the 25-yard line. First down for the Bulldogs. You know, I think a lot of people really perked their ears up this year when the Bulldogs went out, as you said earlier, and just danced on Manheim Township. I mean, they really did a number on them.
Mark Evans did a heck of a job this past season with that Manheim team because they weren't nearly as talented as the year before.
Rebuilt.
Yeah. It was a heck of a team Manheim Township had last year.
They handled Central the opening game of the year. Remember, we did that game, and they look really good. Across the right side here again, slashing out there is number 2, Monty Greer, with a good run for the Bulldogs. Out near the 34-yard line, close to first down yardage, just maybe a yard or two short. Short yard. We'll bring up second down and 1 now.
So the 2nd and 1 for Wilson.
Ball at the 34-yard line of Wilson. 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Gary Sutton, Ford Chapman, our whole Invica crew, Chad Edwards, and the whole bunch with you here this afternoon. Here's your fake the handoff is Gruber, and he's smelled out by Mickens, and Mickens back in that backfield again. Boy, Mickens hasn't just been good on the offensive end today. He's been really tough on the defensive side.
Yes, he has. Great two-way performer.
So it's going to bring up now third down, and a little tougher job here at the 30-yard line for Wilson. Not a lot available in the running game today for the Bulldogs. Here's Gruber, fakes it, little play action. Here comes Mickens again, and Mickens again. Ball's on the ground, loose. It's covered, I think, by number 55 for Wilson. And that is Cameron Koch. Cameron Koch on top of it again. Terrible field position at the end of this. And it looks like a kicking situation here for Wilson as Hunsaker back in there, and he's going to go to his accustomed place on the goal line to kick it out of there. Third straight time that's happened. So again, the Harrisburg defense, and again, that number all afternoon, Messiah Mickens, has been huge defensively.
Yes, he has.
That's a couple touchdowns on the offensive side, too, to go with it.
Phenomenal two-way performer today for the Cougars, Mickens.
So here's Hunsaker. Don't think he's going to pass it this time. Just kicked out there right to Koch on a flat kick. Koch drops it. Koch out of there. Koch's going to take off. 44-yard line. Koch still open to the 30, to the 20, inside the 20, to the 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds, and Elias Koch returns it 24 yards.
That's the third time Koch has had a return where they don't bring him down. They just get him out of bounds, but he's still standing up. Heck of a player.
He's a 6'5", gigantic, quick guy. I mean, he's a guy you just don't want to see by yourself. Looks like a penalty against, was against Harrisburg?
It was down away from the ball, down around the 10-yard line.
Right.
So it's going to be 15 from where that, from the 15, about to the 30-yard line where Cougars are going to take over here.
Yeah, all the way back, it's going to come. He's pushed out around the 15, so it's going to be right around the 30, and there it is, right on the 30. It'll be first down and 10 there, I believe. Still 4:07 to go here in the third quarter. So Harrisburg with the football, first and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. Lewis at the quarterback. Harrisburg up right now, 35-6. Lewis hands off. Nehemiah Ewell. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Ewell with another blast off the side. A 30-yarder this time for Ewell to go with the 42-yarder before, and Ewell in for another touchdown, and Harrisburg showing it off right now on what they've got. They have been outstanding here this afternoon, and Ewell with his second touchdown of the game.
Watch this replay here. You got line blocking up front. He's going to run wide. Receivers downfield blocking like crazy. Koch blocking the whole way down to the goal line and into pay dirt.
And here's Fasagna, who's been perfect on the day so far, and I hope I didn't hex him by saying that. I don't ever want to hex any player on any side, but here we go. Snap down, kick up. Kick is good again for Fasagna, and the score up now. It's 41-6. Yep. 42-6. Harrisburg leads it. We've got 3:59 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come right back to High School Sports Live TV.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Three Stars having its annual high school boys mentoring basketball league in Harrisburg this year. To find out more, go to 3staryouth.org. That's the number 3staryouth.org. This year they're having open gyms at Bethesda Youth Center, and the league will start in January at the Salvation Army. Calling all kids from Harrisburg who want to play on a team, go to 3staryouth.org. Gary Sutton, before chatting with you, and Harrisburg showing off that line and the great backs they have behind it all afternoon for.
Yes, they are. They have a lot of talent, most positions, offensively and defensively. There's surely no slouch.
Here comes Akins again, trying to repeat what he did before. This time getting it out to the 44-yard line. Good field position for Wilson. Remember, he had a nullified 95-yard kickoff return last time. This time, no flags down. Ball at the 44-yard line. Good field position for Wilson with 3:39 to go, and we have the clock running now because of what they call the mercy rule, right?
Wilson's first district title appearance, 1989, under Jerry Slemmer. They won that district title over Cedar Cliff Saturday afternoon at Hershey Stadium. Cedar Cliff had star senior Kyle Brady. Wilson obviously had star quarterback Perry Collins. They both teamed up at Penn State to have an undefeated 94 season.
That was the first talk show that I ever did at the Rose Bowl that year.
How about it? They beat Oregon by 18 points. Yes.
We had a 75-yard run back for Penn State to start that game.
Kajana Carter tossed right, yeah. So back to what I was saying, Wilson not only won that district title, they won the next game in the Eastern Final and went on to the state championship before losing a tight game to Upper St. Clair 12-7.
Tell you what, you watch that Penn State team that year. It might have been the best Penn State team I ever saw.
No doubt. And sadly, they got second in the country because the polls voted for Nebraska in both the UPI and the AP. Take nothing away from Nebraska. It was a solid team by Tom Osborne, obviously. They were national champions, but we all would have loved to have seen those two teams play.
Penn State was averaging scoring about every, minute and a half, something like that.
Sure, and Penn State would have played Nebraska in the Orange Bowl. However, that was Penn State's second year in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten winner had to automatically go to play the Pac-10 winner in Pasadena.
And I was out there for that, and the night before is when they announced it. So the next day you felt like it was deflated. You were playing for second place. When going out there, they were really thinking they were playing for the national championship.
Well, they didn't know yet, but the night before in the Orange Bowl is when Miami was beating Nebraska a lot of the game, but then the second half, Nebraska took the lead and won that thing.
Exactly. First down pass to Hunsaker here. After the penalty, it was first down at 20, now for second down at 15 for the Bulldogs. Great season. They had 9 straight wins coming into this one. And you talk about a storied career, 44-24 they've been in district championship play. In the games they've played in the district championships over the years leading up to it. 7-4 in championship play itself, the final. Here's Gruber again, out to the flat. He's got Hunsaker again. Hunsaker gets loose. Hunsaker across the 45, out, dives to the 49-yard line.
Nice run after the catch there.
Hunsaker kind of an all-around athlete, being a kicker, good defensive player, also offensive here with the catches this afternoon. So to bring up third down now and 6 yards to go with 2:02 to go here in the third quarter. For our audience watching on PCN, thank you so much for joining us on this district championship game. Of course, this team will then head into the state playoffs. Straight back goes Gruber, getting flushed again. Gruber trying to find a place to get out. Gruber shovels it ahead. Has his man near side, gets a first down. It's a good pass to Cam Zollinger. And a first down now for the Bulldogs. They keep the march going here.
Maddox Gruber is really good at biding his time to get away from the rush and finding a secondary receiver when nobody's open initially.
He's had
that numerous times today.
He's had to do it a lot today with that defensive line of Harrisburg, getting in his backfield regularly. That's a big offensive line for Harrisburg, and they're always good. Year in, year out, people say, what makes them so good? Their offensive and defensive lines are always incredible. Here's a fake handoff. Gruber keeps it himself. Gruber getting forward progress to the 40. Inside the 40, down near the 38-yard line. So Gruber keeps it himself that time. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter as timeout called by the official over the near sideline. And down for Harrisburg at the moment here is Elias Koch. So we're going to take a very quick break. We're going to step away for a moment. We'll come right back. 47.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Hi, this is John Timbalbo then and now. Yep, I'm still alive with my son John, celebrating 50 years of serving York County.
Timbalbo is proud to remain locally family-owned and operated, with deep roots in our community. Celebrate 50 years with special promotions, giveaways, and savings.
Thanks to all our employees and to our customers.
How you doing there, Dad?
Ready for another 50 years. See you at Jack Timbalbo Family of Dealerships.
And you can sign up for the Central PIAA Boys Middle School Basketball League now. Just check out advancedhoops.com for that. As Elias Koch hopping off the field with some help, not putting any pressure on his right leg, so we hope that that is something that's fixable and that he's not hurt badly. Pass out to the flat. Again by Gruber, trying to get the first down, and does. Good fight there by Cam Zollinger to get the first down, and Wilson continues to march here. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Williamson on the tackle. Good enough for a Wilson first down.
Is that Greer number 2? Yeah, heck of a run after the catch. Broke several tackles.
The clock ticking down here to the end of the third quarter. We'll see if they get another playoff before the end of the quarter. 8 seconds. It looks like they might not get this off. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 42-6. Harrisburg appears to be on the way to a 4th straight District 3 championship. We head to the fourth quarter, though. Wilson with a football all here on ABC 27.4 and PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
So we start the fourth quarter here in the 6A District 3 championship game. 42-6, Harrisburg leads it.
Harrisburg only has 8 guys on defense. They made some substitutions, get some subs in, and they had to call a timeout.
So Cal Everett says, you know, we need 11 guys. Doing that all season long, right? I mean, 11 guys will we have? Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see what they're talking about. Ball will be at the 42-yard, make that the 30-yard line. And let's check some scores right now. Some interesting ones. Ohio State and Indiana here this afternoon.
Yeah, the Buckeyes are up 31-7. Take nothing away from what Indiana's done this year, but the level of competition that they have played, people were wondering. They played very well against those teams, one-handedly in most of them. And the Buckeyes all over Indiana about 8 minutes to go in that ball game. And then we got another beaut in the SEC. The Florida Gators have really been coming on. They're tied with Ole Miss.
Wow.
Early in the fourth at 17.
So lots happening today around the sports book. Penn State and Minnesota coming up later on this afternoon. Ball at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Gruber calling out the numbers. Hands off inside, straight up the middle, and a good run. Good surge for the offensive line that time. Monty Greer with a nice run. No huddle. Or will there be?
That clock's going to keep running here since it's over 35 points or more in the second half.
So it'll be second down now and 2 yards to go. Ball rested on the 22-yard line of Harrisburg. So Gruber. Wait there for a second. Have a momentary timeout. I think Harrisburg has maybe too many men on the field now.
Yeah, they're going to have 63 go out for at least the play there.
That's Kadir Jones. And then for him is Rashad Wright.
Yeah, the ref made him go out for a play. I don't know if it was because of the altercation or if it was maybe his helmet fell off or something along those lines.
It'll be second down and 2 now for the Bulldogs. There's Gruber, looks, has a man in the end zone, deep, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Great pass in the end zone from the 30-yard line.
Looks like Glover. Is that 15, Glover?
And they got Glover in the end zone, went up big for that, and touchdown. Great pass there.
Glover, 6'3" sophomore. He went up hard for that ball, high for that ball, and made the play.
Take a look here. You see the catch by Glover, his favorite target, and Glover with the touchdown pass from Gruber. And Hunsicker in.
Too many guys in the field for the Cougars.
Harrisburg having a tough time right now getting it correct. They're in the number of people on the field last couple plays.
Don't be surprised if Wilson decides to go for 2 here from the 1.5-yard line.
Absolutely. Here they come. Gruber to Glover for the touchdown pass. For the moment, makes it 42-12.
Talk about a power set here. For the tailback ISO, here it is.
There you go, straight on through, and again, into the end zone, standing up for Monty Greer. And the extra point is good, and it's 42-14. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV's presentation of the District 3 6A Championship game on ABC 27.4.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
7 plays, 56 yards, 5 minutes and 2 seconds it took for Wilson to score and to get the passing 2 extra points, and 42-14, 10:56 to go in this one. Gary Sutton, Fort Chapman with you here at Exeter High School near Reading, Pennsylvania. Harrisburg still up by 28 points, and the clock does continue to run now, does it not?
Yes, it doesn't change once that goes to the 35 points in the second half. It does not go back no matter what the score.
So would you expect an onside kickoff here from Wilson?
I don't think so. I think they realize that Harrisburg put a bunch of subs, a handful of subs in, and I think they're just going to kick it deep. Oh,
there
onside.
It is.
They might get this.
He might have hit it early, too. It looked like he might have hit the ball before it got to 10 yards. Let's wait and see.
Oh, I think they got it.
It looked to me like a guy hit it at about the 8-yard mark or 8 or 9-yard mark, but maybe. Let's see what the officials have. And the officials pointing about where I saw the guy hit the ball.
Gotcha.
And they say Wilson has it. I don't know if we can see that again. Somebody hit it before it went 10 yards. The official's initial call was that it's Wilson ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you say these officials are going to be, either from York County, or he's not going to be from the Mid-Penn or from the Lancaster-Lebanon?
No.
Wilson's in the Lancaster-Lebanon League.
I don't believe the York County either.
Then it would be either York or Berks, I would believe. Yeah, that official said it was Wilson ball, and then
Yeah, I think he got overruled then. I think that
they should talk about that first before he
signals. I thought he hit it before I thought he hit it before the 10 yards went, and that's exactly what
you were right, Gary. That's probably what happened.
So a whole bunch of new uniforms into the game here for the Cougars. And on the run there was number 20, first time in the game, Shawan Johnson.
For those of you
no gain on the play.
They may not know, is there are 5 officials usually in high school regular season football games, but there are 7 for the playoffs. So they have 7
Correct.
officials out there right now.
So a gain of none on the play. It's second down and 10. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Wilson. It's interesting. We saw the official make the call that Wilson had the ball, and then nobody made any other call, and come out and Harrisburg has the ball. So apparently somebody subtly made a call there.
Now, every once in a while in high school, we have a microphone on that head official, which is really nice.
Right.
But obviously, at other higher levels, they can explain what happened.
Whistles being blown everywhere right now. And this is what happens a lot of times. You get a brand new team in there, and you get a little bit of disorganization. And
yes, the players are getting a little testy here now. Some of these backups for Harrisburg are in the game, and
clock is at 9:30, although it stopped here for the moment.
Now it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs.
We're going to march it down again against the Bulldogs. This one 15 yards all the way down to the 34-yard line.
And as you can see on our screen, the clock is at 9:30. It's just stopped momentarily here, and they're going to run it even on incomplete passes, out of bounds, things of that nature. They only stop it on scores and quick on change of possession, and then it starts right back up again. Known as the mercy rule. It's been in effect for about 25 years now.
There's your handoff again. The quarterback in there now is Michael Shank Jr., who's a sophomore, 6'3", big guy. As he hands off here, and not much going there for Harrisburg.
Offensive lineman injured here for the Cougars.
We've got a man down on the field. Don't know if the clock moved there on the run.
Yeah, it's at 9:15, so it moved.
Yeah, it'll move 12 seconds. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll come right back, injury timeout. And you're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.4.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And a good surge by Juwan Johnson from Harrisburg. So we have third down now. Ball at the 30-yard line. 6 yards to go for the Cougars as they're content to watch that clock tick down. It's definitely on their side. 23 seconds to go on the play clock. Cougars looking like they're on their way to their fourth straight district championship. They will have played in their 10th. They are 7-3 if they should win today. Out of that 10.
Cougars won their first district title in 07 under Coach George Chomp, the legendary coach at all three levels of football.
Johnson on the carry.
Good job here by Wilson.
He was the John Harris head coach from 1962 season through the 67 season. Then he went to Ohio State, coached with Woody Hayes for the rest of Hayes' tenure, then went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then went back to the college rank as a head coach.
Mel Gaston on that last tackle for the Bulldogs. So it brings a fourth down now and 6. You'd think Harrisburg probably will go for it here.
Chomp was head coach at 3 different colleges. Then he came back to Harrisburg High and was a coach there, and they won the district title and then lost a heartbreaker in the Western Final in Altoona against Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
The fourth down and 6 now. Ball at the 30-yard line. Harrisburg handling off again. And again, great tackle there from Wilson against number 20, Juwan Johnson. And the ball will go over on downs to Wilson as the clock will stop on the changeover. So Wilson will get the football. It looks like we're going to have some new uniforms in there for them, or will we? Doesn't look like it. No, they're going to have the same starting lineup in there. So you've got Gruber still a quarterback. I see Michael Glover's back out there, along with Monty Greer.
For a lot of years, Wilson Bulldogs had the Bulldog emblem on their helmets, a red Bulldog on the white helmet. Now they have in cursive Bulldogs.
They got 12 guys in the field again. So 11 guys now in the field, 5 for Harrisburg, so 6:35 to go. Gruber fakes the handoff, looks, has a man down the side. It's going to be intercepted by Harrisburg this time. Spelling that out nicely for Harrisburg was number 14, Zamir Hill. And he gets the interception, and Harrisburg, just like that, gets the ball right back.
Pass intercepted by Sickler for Harrisburg.
So we switch defense and offense again, and Harrisburg has the ball right back. And obviously, Harrisburg's not going to be throwing the ball very much right now. They'll be running it. 6:22 to go in this one. Although for a clock that's supposedly moving, it's about the slowest clock we've had all day, right?
Yeah, we've had so many change of possessions. It's just momentarily stopped. It's already running again with the mercy rule, as we mentioned.
So here's Harrisburg back there at the quarterback, Michael Shank, Jr. His running mate has been Johnson so far, number 20. Johnson only a freshman, by the way. This time, Johnson is taken back again. And leading the charge for Wilson that time was number 44. That was Ethan Brownback on the tackle. Nice job by Brownback, as pointed out. So tackle will be a loss of at least one on the play. Let's call it one. It'll be second down and 11 yards to go as the clock continues to tick down to 5:33. Don't forget we have our Capital Blue Cross post-game report coming up right after this. We'll have our play of the game and our player of the game as well. I want to thank Travis Sparks, our statistician, for a great job here today. Also, some great guys from Wilson helping us with some of the stats throughout the course of the day, too. Really appreciate that. It'll be second down now, and they'll call it 10. And again, brought down in the backfield. Again, that number 44 keeps coming up here. Brownback with another tackle as he's in on the play for Wilson. Any other scores going on right now? Did you see it?
Well, we have some good games coming up. I still see 17 all with the Gators and the Rebels. Actually, Florida just went up 24-17 at home in the swamp.
There you go.
I really love the fact that the Florida administration has really supported Billy Napier because they struggled earlier in the year. They brought him in a few years ago. He's an up-and-coming coach, and instead of getting a quick trigger and getting rid of him, they're being patient with him.
3rd and 10 now for Harrisburg. Again, that handoff. Trying to get to the outside is Johnson. Johnson this time with a good run. Johnson close to first down yards and gets it. Nice run by Johnson. Some tough running at the end there. And a first down for the Cougars with 4:11 to go in this one. Got the first down by about a half a yard to a yard. Got a little bit of a get together over in the far sideline. Just to go over and make sure nothing bad comes out of it. Breaks it up. Bulldogs back on the field. Harrisburg back on their side. There you saw a good piece of running. But number 20, that's Juwan Johnson, a freshman, 5'10", 170-pound running back, showing you a little bit about what he has for the future for Harrisburg. So first down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 for Harrisburg.
And Harrisburg will keep the football as the clock continuing to roll at 3:45. Here is Michael Shank, Jr. at the quarterback. Big guy, 6'3". Here comes Johnson again and again. Taken down in his own backfield. In on the tackle there is number 25. That's Lamel Gasky, who's been really, really good during the playoffs this year, especially. Nice tackle there along the line. Now down to 3:09. It'll be second down coming up. Loss on the play of 4. It'll be second down and 14 yards to go for the Cougars as the play clock kicks down to 16. They are in no hurry to get this play started. Finally, Shank gets back to his position here. Now we're down to 6, down to 5. He's still not called anything. Down to 2, down to 1. Finally gets off. Hand off to Johnson again, who has been the workhorse here. And Johnson, again, brought down his own backfield for another loss on the play. That was Christo Huntsecker with that tackle. It'll be third down now and should be 18 yards to go as the ball back. Harrisburg continues to go backwards here. Essentially just running plays right now. Everybody knows what's coming. Wilson keying off. Stopping those running plays with 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. down near the 2-minute mark. Shanks slowly walking up to the line. 8 seconds to go, now 7 seconds on the play clock, now 5. Shanks looking straight down the play clock and calls the number and gets the handoff. Fakes it this time and throws it out to flat. And an incomplete pass that doesn't stop the clock in this case. So under 2 minutes to play. Now if you're Harrisburg, do you kick it out here, or do you just kind of run the 4th down? And
things can go. You've already have your starters, a lot of players not in. And to put the punt team out there, who's going to line up for punt? It's better off just going for it.
Right now, you can take this last play at 1:06 roughly. Just looking at the board right now, so Shanks been doing a pretty good job of taking the snap at the 1 second mark each time. So let's see if he does it again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he takes it again, handoff to Johnson. Johnson again, good run up the middle. Johnson getting back near the original line of scrimmage, not quite. So bring up 4th down now. Make that 3rd down, or make that 1st down for Wilson. We'll get that right eventually. And Wilson will take over on downs here, as Harrisburg doesn't take any chances and simply runs it back. Now under a minute to play here, we switch things over. It'll be a minute exactly. And Harrisburg on their way to their 4th straight District 3 championship and a place in the state playoffs.
What an accomplishment by the Cougars. And Calvin Everett deserves a ton of praise. His assistant coaches. He's also the athletic director at the school, took over for retired Kirk Smallwood, who was the athletic director basketball coach for a long, long time and won 2 state titles doing so.
And will be an analyst with us during the High School Sports Live basketball season. He and just does a great job for us there.
He just got put into the Hall of Fame in the Central Penn chapter this past summer.
I get to head out with those 2 guys, Kirk Smallwood and Jeff Thompson, during the season.
You got a great crew you're doing games with there, no doubt.
We have a lot of fun, just like with you. It's been great being with you all season long, my friend.
Same here, Gary.
Just always fun, and just a great coach, a great analyst. We kicked down to 13 seconds now, and looks like Harrisburg, one more play here for Wilson. Back goes Gruber looking. He's going to look deep. His last pass of the season. Here it comes. Near sideline. Got his man over there. Dropped the ball. And they're going to call, I believe, an incomplete pass. And that will be it. Harrisburg wins it. The District 3 championship, 42-14 here against Wilson this afternoon. For Wilson, outstanding season. They will end it at 11-2. For Harrisburg, they march on to the state playoffs now with an equal record of 11-2. And their 4th straight state championship here this afternoon, doing it in decisive style, 42-14. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report right after this on High School Sports Live TV.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Senior moments. They're not about what's been lost. They're about everything you've gained. With Capital Blue Cross Medicare, you're covered to go all in on more senior moments. And when playtime's over, giving them back can be a senior moment too.
They're all yours.
More coverage, more benefits, less hassle. Capital Blue Cross Medicare.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. And I got to tell you, Harrisburg doing it this afternoon in decisive style. For Wilson, it kind of started with a bad thing with that snap punt that was missed, and Harrisburg got great field position, and they sent a preview of what they were going to do the rest of the day. But you talk about this Harrisburg team they just continue year after year. They've won 7 out of 10 championship games they've been in. They've won 4 in a row now. They're just so dominant, and I keep on coming back to that line. Yeah, we got great runners and great quarterback Lewis. He did a great job all day. And, of course, the running back with Mickens. And you look at Yule, had 2 wonderful runs today.
Yes.
You look at Sheffy coming in there.
Coke on the outside.
Coke on the outside. I mean, you got a lot of weapons, but that offensive and defensive line, that continues to be the staple of this club.
Yes, they're a complete football team. Unfortunately for them, hopefully Coke's ankle's not too bad, but unfortunately they got a juggernaut team to meet coming up here because several teams are really looking good in the state, most notably Pittsburgh Central Catholic and St. Joe's Prep, 2 private schools that are at the top of their game, have an awful lot of talent.
And St. Joe's Prep has made that last game each year kind of on their schedule, so to speak.
How about
they've won over and over. Doesn't seem to matter who you send out there. St. Joe's Prep is on the other side of it, and they have been really, really tough. But here this afternoon, Harrisburg wins their 4th championship. For Wilson, what a great season. 9 in a row coming into this one. Big win over Manheim Township, sent word who they were during the course of the season. And they just had a great season as well under Coach Doug Domson. He just continues to have a wonderful program here.
So impressed with him, both not just a football coach, but a track coach for years and years, too. And he's just done a great job with both of those programs. And Wilson football has been a heck of a program for decades, and hats off to the Bulldogs.
Well, we're going to take a look at our play of the game coming up here. We had a couple good ones this afternoon we could have chosen from, but this one by Nehemiah Ewell was a backbreaker in the first half for Wilson. 52-yard sprint to the finish. Look at that. And you talk about the offensive line. You talk about the speed of Ewell. Nehemiah Ewell, watch this. One just right through about as quick as you're going to hit that line. And our AT&T play of the game today, Nehemiah Ewell with a 52-yard run. And then our player of the game today, he was all over it on both sides of the football. He had a couple of touchdowns offensively, good dives, some really tough runs. But we saw him live in the Wilson backfield for a long time. We're talking about this guy, number 2, Messiah Mickens, our Hoffman Ford player of the game today. Take a look at some of the work he did. You talk about a big back. Look at the shoulders of this guy. And he's about 6'2" and just getting into the end zone a couple times there in the first half. Some other tough drives. Here's another drive to the end zone for a touchdown. And then his defensive work all day long was just extraordinary. And Messiah Mickens, our final player of the year here, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. And, we have a lot of people to thank for this season. Chad Edwards and the whole Invica crew, they bring in these pictures every single week we do this. Travis Sparks, who you don't get a chance to see very often, although he steps in for me every now and then, does our stat work. It just keeps us on top of it all day long. And, of course, I'm blessed to have Charlie Fortney, who puts this stuff up here for you all the time to see as we talk to Charlie about it at halftime. And I'm blessed to have Cade Verbula, who's helped us all season long. But, Fort Chapel is so much fun doing games with you.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it as well, Gary.
And you're like a walking sports history book. I mean, you remember it all, and that makes it fun for, I think, not only me, but all the fans out there as well, because I'm one of those too. So great working with you all season long. And, of course, thanks to all of you for watching this season. It's been a great high school football season. Now we get ready for basketball. Stay tuned for our games coming up in basketball on High School Sports Live TV. Thanks to ABC 27.4 for being with us. Thanks to PCN, Matt Hall, and all the good people over there at the Pennsylvania Cable Network. But again, your champion for the 4th year in a row for the 6A District 3 Championship. Harrisburg, 42-14 today over Wilson. For all of our team here, I'm Gary Sutton. Have a great afternoon, everyone.